Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limerick Running channel, and this week we're going to talk about shoe rotation, the shoes I'm going to be wearing for the next couple of weeks as I train for the Tokyo Marathon. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the like button if you like the content that you're seeing. After the first little bit of footage, we'll go over the sessions that I did for the week and see how I'm progressing. Hey guys, what's going on? It's 3 degrees, I'm just finished work and I'm about to do a lactate threshold session. I've been talking in the last video about hoping to get my lactate threshold up to about 5:15 per mile. So today I'm gonna do 5:15 per mile for 3 minutes and see how I get on, see what the heart rate is. I have a good rabbit with me today, which is Niall Shanahan. And Niall has a PB of 14:21 for the 5k, so he knows how to set a fast pace, and all I have to do is hold on to him, and I'll keep an eye on my heart rate. And today I think I'm just going to go and do as many as I can and feel comfortable. I'm going to do a nice warm-up. I'm probably going to do about 5k before I wait for Niall to come along, and we should get the session going then. Should be a good day. Hopefully I get 10 plus miles done for the day and get lots of good data that I can analyze over later on. So I better get changed and get warmed up. It's 3 degrees, it's pretty cold, and I'm looking forward to this session. I'm feeling good. The weather is good. It's very cold, as you can see, but it should make for a nice session. We won't be long getting warm anyway, that's for sure. Today's pacer, Niall Shanahan. What's the session today?
Session today is 10 by 3 minutes, around 5:15, 5:20 pace.
What kind of recovery?
90-second recovery.
90 seconds. I had my watch at 4 minutes, so that makes me feel a bit better already.
I gotta get 90 at our age, no doubt.
5:15 now is not 5:10, is it?
Definitely no lower than 5:14.
Yeah, no lower than 5:14. We'll see what the data says after the session. We better get warmed up before we get icicles on our noses. Tuesday night lights. Someone asked me last week, why do we wear arm sleeves? It's 3 degrees and I'm wearing a vest. So there's your answer. I don't like wearing t-shirts, so they're perfect. Solid session. I don't even know if you can see, but this man was on point with his pacing today. How'd you find that session?
Yeah, a good session, but I want to get views. I go anything lower, like 5:15. So we kept it steady. Yeah, happy out. I was great taking every second one, and the 90 was needed, like, I think, tonight.
Yeah, it's good to have a bit of company for these sessions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. No, boy, Jesus, in and out through traffic and rain, always
yeah,
great fun.
Definitely. We'll have to try adapt it now for the next session. Maybe we might do 4 minutes and maybe less reps, something along those lines.
Yeah, sure, come here.
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, exactly. Great session.
That's good. Thanks for the company today.
No bother at all, mate. Go again.
We will go again, definitely. Monza, Raheen Industrial Estate, Limerick. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. That was probably one of my best sessions in a while. In terms of keeping it composed and getting through the session, I feel like I could do another couple of reps. And when you're doing a lactate threshold session, that's what you want to be doing. I'll just sit down here in a bit of light. So yeah, if you're doing a lactate threshold session, you really wanna keep it nice and steady. Long time ago, I always used to just run as hard as I could, and then the first couple of miles or reps would be faster than lactate threshold. The middle few might be at lactate threshold, and then the rest of them I'm just hanging on for dear life and I'm getting no benefit. So I think finding your right zone. I went out today and aimed for around 5:15 pace. I'm not sure what the heart rate data was because it wasn't on my metrics on my watch, but I'll go over that later and we'll talk more about lactate threshold session. So that's a solid session, 2 solid sessions in a row. So 5:15 pace around. Hopefully we'll check the data later and we'll see where we're going to go from here. Delighted with that now. Just, you know, to come out after work and blow away a big session like that 8 miles and 4 miles in the warm-up, so 12 miles for the day. And maybe once per week, instead of just doing a midweek long run, I'm gonna do my session as part of my midweek long run, so I won't have to worry about trying to get the miles in after work, and I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that was really enjoyable. I'm gonna go home, eat some food, put on the fire, warm up these hands and legs, and review the data. Hey, welcome back. How is everybody? I hope you've all been training well. I've been feeling really good this week. I managed to get up to 65 miles, and yesterday, which is the start of my week, I managed to do a 2-hour plus long run, 20 miles around the hills of Maru in County Limerick, and it was a pretty good session, and we'll get to that in a while. So I suppose back to the start of the week, I did 10 by 3 minutes at lactate threshold. Remember I said I wanted my lactate threshold to be around 5:15, that's what it was last year, and I went out and I did 5:15, so right on point with what I was saying. My heart rate didn't go above 160, which was good, so it means I had more in reserve, and that's what you want in your lactate threshold sessions. I think I got that right. I could have done a couple more reps, as I said, and I said I wanted my aerobic threshold to be around 620 as well, so I've definitely improved on that, and you'll see in the last session I did on the hills. So with regards to this session, met Niall. Niall is a great runner, and it's great to join in with him to do a couple of sessions. So 10 by 3 of 90 seconds lactate threshold, brilliant session. So 7.7 miles for the session in total, and average pace 5:38, so that was solid. Great start to the week, and it kind of set me up then for my next session, which I did, and I did 10 by 400 with 400 off. So basically a 400 jog at around 6:45 pace, maybe the lower end of my aerobic zone. And the plan was just to see how the legs are. I tried to do a VO2 max session a couple of weeks ago, and I had to abort it after maybe 400 meters because I just couldn't get in. And this issue I'm having with the groin, it was kind of rearing up, giving me little bits of feedback that I wasn't happy, so I just pulled the session. And it was the wise thing to do, because now when I did this session I actually felt great. I got through it, I didn't have any niggles, and I did around 5:05 pace, maybe 5 to 5:05 pace for the 400 meters. So I guess I was aiming for kind of 75s, which would be 5 minute a mile pace, and it was kind of rolling hills, so some of them were a little bit slower and some of them were a little bit faster, but very happy with that to start off with the VO2 max stuff. And I'll obviously push them on as the time goes. I'll probably get a little bit faster, and I'll probably do more reps. And then yesterday, which was a pretty solid session, 2-hour plus long run. It's been my longest run since Chicago, I suppose. And you remember I was talking about my Chicago Marathon build up, that I didn't do any 20 mile long runs. Well, this is probably my first time doing a 20 mile long run in a pretty long time, couple of months even, and I felt great. I felt strong. That niggle that normally comes along after 7 or 8 miles didn't come along today, and hopefully it stays that way, because it's been a solid week now, and I'm delighted with that session yesterday. And I suppose if we go back to the data in the long run, I did 20.46 miles, 6:13 was the average pace, and my heart rate came in at an average of 141, and the VO2 max said my aerobic threshold was around 140, so I ended up doing 20 plus miles at 141 and an average pace of 6:13 and heart rate 141. So if we look at that, the whole session I did came in as 141, so that was on my aerobic threshold, sub 2:45 marathon pace, and I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. To be able to go out and run that pace around the rolling hills gives me a lot of confidence now that my engine is starting to starting to develop, and I'm starting to get more strength back, definitely aerobically anyway. And I suppose the difference between, if you're wondering how can I run 6:13 at 1:41 when I'm trying to do 6:30, well, I suppose the difference you have to go back to is the shoes, because I do most of my running in the Nike Zoom Tempos. They're my favourite training shoe. They always have been ever since I started running in the kind of Nike Super shoes. I bought a pair of Zoom Flies, the original Zoom Flies, and I've stuck with them. I've used them all the way up since the original version, because I bought the Zoom Flies, I suppose, as a training version, because back in the day, if you remember, when the OG Vaporflies came out, and I still have these bad boys, there's just 2 marathon on them, Boston in 2019 and Berlin 2033, and I kind of retired them after because the new Vaporflies came out, and I just think these shoes are obviously unbelievable. They've been a game changer for everybody. And I remember when I did the London Marathon in 2018 and the Vaporflies just came out. They were out maybe, I suppose, to the elite athletes before that, because obviously people were running races in them and winning them, like Shalane Flanagan won New York Marathon, I think 2017. That was November, so they were just kind of starting to come out. But then Mo Farah and Kipchoge wore them in London 2018, and I went into the Nike store in London after it, and I remember trying them on. I was wearing Mizuno Hirogami 2, I think, for the London Marathon, and my legs were hanging off me, and I remember trying on these, and it was like walking on marshmallows, you know, the first time you wear them, and I was shaking all over the place. And my partner said I should buy them if they're good and they make the legs feel good. So I bought them. I had them for a year in a box before I wore them. Imagine that. I kept them. I said I'm going to wear them for my next marathon. And my next marathon happened to be a year later, when I did Boston 2019, and then I went down and wore them in Berlin as well. So you see me there side by side with Donal. This was before Donal Coakley made the move to the super shoes. I mean, I've been telling him about him, but he kind of he stuck with the Brooks or the Asics, I think, for a while, and I just kind of got the nod on him in a couple of marathons, and he came to the dark side finally. But he obviously ran 2 great marathons in normal shoes. I don't know if I could ever even do that, to be honest, at them times now, because people talk about the Vaporflies saying 4% and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think it's a lot more. I definitely think that the Vaporflies give a lot more. I think these Tempos give you 4%, and if the Vaporfly never came out, I would probably be happy with these as the super shoe, because I think, you know, after the Zoom Fly, I do all my sessions in the Nike Zoom Tempo, and I feel great. Like last year when I trained for Chicago, I might have did 2 sessions in the Alpha Flies, because I wanted to see, was the Alpha Flies the problem for my calf problems that I was getting. But you know what, I've just learned now that I wasn't trained, or else I was overtrained for these races, and my muscles just to start shutting down, and it's easy to blame the shoe. But I gave the Alpha Fly a second chance, and I took them to Chicago, and they're definitely my favourite shoe now. So I will be wearing these for the marathon. I don't know if I'll wear the Kipchoge version, because I have 3 marathons on them now. I think 3 or 4 actually, and I might wear. I have a new pair, and I haven't worn them in a year. I don't know how long they last if we don't wear them, but these shoes are definitely my favourite running shoe for the marathon. I'd only wear them for the marathon, and I think for me, I know they suit me anyway, and I like them, and I'll always stay with the Alpha Fly for the marathon 100%, unless if it's not an A race. I wore them last year in London when I was going around with the GoPro, and that's fine, and because I wasn't really going for a time, and I just wanted to wear the Vaporflies because I have them and I don't use them. But I suppose going forward, wearing these, so if my lactate threshold if my aerobic threshold is 6:30 in these, you can see on a hilly route it's 6:13 in these, so I can run 1:41 in these at 6:13 pace, and in these around 6:30 pace. It is a big difference if you think about it, like, you know, 15-16 seconds a mile, and That's the way I always do it. I never wear my super shoes for sessions. I know, I like I said, I wore them last year to test them out, but my kind of philosophy is, if I can do it in the tempos, if I can do 16 miles, 13 miles a marathon pace even in the tempos, and I feel comfortable and my heart rate is stable, I'm happy enough with that. And I will definitely be confident when I put the super shoes on that I will be able to do that last 10 miles. So if I can't do it in the tempos, I probably just need to ease up my training, or else my goal is too aggressive, and that's the way I look at it. And it's worked for me, I suppose, for the last couple of marathons, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. I might wear the Alpha Flights for the 16 at marathon pace, who knows, but that's the only time I'm going to wear them, and obviously I'm going to wear them during races. And I think if you're training away, I feel that I always race better than I train, because I never wear the super shoes in training. And I think it gives me a nice bit of a mental boost going into races, knowing that I can perform a bit better. So yeah, it's been a solid week. With regards to the gym, I've been going every other day, I suppose. I've been doing stuff. Enda came down, I did a couple of stuff with him. Benny gave me a couple of exercises, I thought they were good. I've been doing them every other day, and my body's feeling strong, feeling very strong. And I just hope that it lasts. I don't want to jinx myself now. I'm just going to take it week by week, but it's been a solid week, and I'm very happy where I am now at the moment. With regards to mileage then, I did around 65 miles for the week, and my biggest mileage week is going to be around Christmas time. I have 2 weeks off work, so I'm going to try to do the big 100 miles on the Christmas week, and that'll be a way to work off the turkey anyway. With regards to my first goal, I said I wanted to get down to 69 kg. Right now I'm 71.5. If I weighed myself after that 20 miler, I probably would have been a little bit lighter. But I want to do it when I'm normal. I'm going to weigh myself at the same time every week just to see. I haven't done anything too drastic with regards to my diet. Just lowered my calories. Tried to stop eating all the candy that the kids like to crack out on the weekend, and sometimes I don't, sometimes I eat it, but it just gives me more motivation to go out again. Hopefully I can get down to that 69. I'll reward myself if I do. I might have a beer, or else I might have loads of chocolate, who knows, but you have to have a reward after the end of any time you set a goal. I think it helps you get there, gives you that motivation to get you over the line. And I'm definitely going to get to 69. I said I'm going to say it now. I'm going to be 69 kgs before Christmas. And what have we got? 15 days, 14 days, 2 weeks. So I'm confident I'm going to do it. I'll have to do more 20-mile runs, but I'm definitely going to do it anyway. And my biggest mileage week, obviously, is going to be around Christmas time anyway. So hopefully that helps out. I remember last year when I was training in the heat, I was in Poland. It was 28 degrees. And I ran 100 miles and I lost no weight. So you know, it doesn't matter what you run. Sometimes it's all about what you eat and what you take on board. And I suppose a pound a week is probably not a bad thing to do. That's what I reckon. So a pound a week is probably a kg every 2 weeks. So that's probably 2 kgs in a month, which is not much, because I was often losing 8 kgs in a month when I went on that proper diet back before I became a runner. When I just woke up one morning and said, enough, and then my life changed. So whatever gets you over the line, you gotta do, and stay hungry, but not that kind of way. So guys, anyway, look, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can get some footage, because it is hard to get some footage of me training, because usually I'm training probably very late, or else I'm doing a fast session, and I don't want to be carrying the GoPro with me, because I'm not really doing reps in the same place, and it's hard to kind of keep the GoPro out. Keep the questions coming. I'm sure there's lots of stuff that I'm missing, and if there's anything you want to ask. Somebody asked me a question about the diet. I tried to respond, but the question is gone. I don't know if you deleted it or else I deleted it by mistake, but if you're asking me anything, just throw it in there and I'll definitely respond to it. If I don't respond here, I'll respond on YouTube. So keep the questions coming. And thanks for watching, and hopefully your training's going well, and I'll see you on the next video. Just before I go, I think next week, what I'm going to do, if I get time, is I'm going to do the Garmin lactate test again. Remember the last time I did the Garmin lactate test, it said my lactate threshold was, so LT was 163 and that was 537 a mile. And it's on my watch like that and I can't shake it off. Obviously my lactate threshold is a lot higher now, and I'm going to do another test, the same test in the same place with the same shoes, and we're going to see what the data says. I'm going to have a guess that it's going to be something like 520 as my lactate threshold now. I know I'm doing 515s on my reps, but obviously I'm keeping it controlled and I will eventually get up to 515 pace as my lactate threshold, and we'll see. Just something to do, keep me entertained for next week when I do that, and we'll get back next week and I'll show you the results of that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave your comments, let me know. Roll on Tokyo, oh yeah baby.